In Bamenda, gunmen secretly sponsored by colonial officials, now impersonating Amazonian fighters, have once again brought terror to Inquain, storming the center Bold neighborhood and firing indiscriminately. The unprovoked assault resulted in the death of a teenager, the daughter of a man whose name we got as Mr. Asafo Kingsley. Now, while two others were left with serious injuries and are fighting for their lives in the hospital. In the southern Cameroon, citizens of Ambazonia have for over 8 years continued to suffer the French Cameroon's government failures. The violence perpetrated by armed groups, often sponsored by some of these colonial officials, continue to worsen with no end in sight. According to the suffering population, the situation on the ground proves that the occupational government is either unwilling or unable to control the chaos it has enabled. Last night's assault on Center Bold has been described by citizens as the latest act of unpunished violence. The gunmen stormed the residential area, spraying it with gunfire that claimed the life of the young daughter of a Mr. Asafo Kingsley and critically wounding two others. According to sources, these victims are currently battling for their lives. Reports hold that this latest bloodshed is the second time the Center Bold community has been hit in less than a month. Just a few weeks ago, on August 12th, armed individuals targeted the same locality, assassinating a popular businessman, Nchamukong Harrison Amungwa, who was later laid to rest on August 28th. Now, while the repeated attacks show a clear lack of security in the heavily militarized area, it also shows a complete disregard for human life, with residents living in constant terror and the colonial regime with all its militarization doing absolutely nothing about this reoccurring pattern of violence, which exposes the colonial government's deliberate cruelty on the Amazonian people and a lack of regard for their lives, with the colonial army never bothering itself with bringing justice to the Amazonian lives, which further reinforces the narrative that the colonial regime sponsors these gruesome acts against Amazonia.